the dancers on the team, they're so savvy with like making TikToks and da 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 da. And I was just like, can we at least have a TikTok, something, like, because they're just so fun to watch, and they whip these things up so quick. Like I'm sitting here on a break, like trying to scoff down my nachos or whatever, that we're eating. And then boom, they did a TikTok in like 2 seconds. They learned it. And I'm like, what? Be happy, 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 happy. Gonna keep your chin up.
Welcome back, Mama fans, to part 3 with Gina Capelli. What happens when a dancer, choreographer, and creative leader brings her passions to one of the biggest stages in professional sports? In this episode, Gina Capelli, MLB dance director for the New York Mets, shares her dance journey from the dance studio to Citi Field, where she creates unforgettable fan experiences along with her team, the Queen's Crew. We talk about producing live entertainment, reading the energy of a crowd, and leading a diverse team of performers by celebrating each person's unique strengths. Gina also discusses the evolution of sports entertainment, the impact of social media, fan engagement, and how innovation continues to transform fan experience. She reflects on her unconventional career path and reminds us that success often comes by embracing exactly who you are. Join us for an inspiring conversation about creativity, leadership, and having the courage to forge your own path. Let's dive in with Gina Capelli, part 3.
When you're at Citi Field and you are bringing all this great energy and song and dance and entertainment, don't you feel that it really does have to do with a lot of this good energy and good performance from our team?
Yes. Right? Even when we do skits, we if we're not doing well in the game, we'll pull the skits, things like that. So we're smart with reading the room, but we still have to do our job. So we can't just
room.
Yeah, it's a big room. It's a big room, a lot of personalities out there. But we still have to do our job in the sense of hyping and, getting the crowd going. This year, we're not dancing in game as much as we'd like, but I think that as the team progresses more and more, I think we'll be able to, kind of bring back the old stuff that we were doing. And just I feel like when the team does well, then everything just projects for the entertainment, all entertainment, like Mr. and Mrs., the mascots. Our Perk Patrol is now, I don't know if you know of them. They're the ones that also do the shirts and some contests and stuff like that.
So you guys don't do that stuff, like the launching of the T-shirts, the guest.
We'll chuck some, but we're mainly a dance crew. So now we're all called the Queen's Crew. So if you go there, you might see some, someone doing flags or signs and, also doing the shooting shirts. Everybody, even the mascots, handlers have the Queen's Crew on their back. So we're kind of one entity, but my specific group is the dancers. So we go out and it's mainly performance. If we do events, it's for performing purposes. And, we go out with kids on Sundays. They do a whole, routine with us on the field, not on the field, because God forbid you touch that grass. Don't ever touch the grass in MLB. We go on the warning track.
Okay, on the warning track. And the warning track, I mean, that's that's the best spot. Let's get to the home run.
I like it because behind us is all the fans and they like to get on camera. So it looks fun. We did try season 1 going out in the field and it kind of just didn't read it. We loved it. We physically loved being out in the middle of the outfield, but it just didn't read entertainment wise. Plus, too, like I said before, they're very sensitive about you stepping on that grass. That grass is, you can eat off that grass and it's real. It's not fake turf. It's real. But, we dance in dugouts. We dance in multiple spots throughout, wherever a camera can go, we dance.
Wherever the cameras can go, that's where you guys are. You guys do seven, you do pregame, you do postgame, do you do postgame, you do 7th inning stretch or no?
So we do during t-shirt toss, there's a mayhem at night. That's another beautiful thing about Citi Field is they're no joke with the entertainment. Lights go down and it's they got the ribbons, there's a light show. They have a crazy LED light system. It's just amazing there. We do firework nights, which is awesome. If you can ever get to a firework night, go to it. It's when you're in Disney and it's just oh my God, it's completely surrounding you. And we dance for that as well. Wow. I would say out of all MLB, ours is definitely up there with that. I think we're the best.
Well, I am going to agree with you. City Field is an amazing.
No, like it's where you want to bring your kids and
And
stuff. Like
the food is
the food.
die for.
The
I
food
mean,
is so good.
sushi. Come on, who eats sushi at a ballpark? I do.
Me too. And the nachos.
And the nachos. City Field
The
is
nachos is my favorite. That's my favorite.
oh
But
my.
yeah, no, it's such a great stage, and it's still an evolving, when things happen internally, like when we get new not necessarily new ownership, but like if there's a new president or a new VP or a new boss, we kind of have to go with what they want to do and still make it amazing. So we weren't always dancing all 81 games. We used to just do the high demand, just the weekends, opening day, any big weekday game we would do. Now they want us at every game, which is great, but it is a little tricky to like still have that, like the real entertainment's on the weekend. Let's just be real. The real, like it's when the seats are really full. It's when, the weekend game's just amazing. They do block parties on Saturdays. They do stuff for families on Sundays. Friday is usually the fireworks show when they do that. So during the week's like a little quiet for us, but it's nice. I'm happy to be there.
And you're doing what you love, Gina. This is so great. When you were talking about all the lights and the fireworks and you were saying the ribbons and just how spectacular it is, all I could think of was like what you said earlier, which is you love to be in this entertainment and to be working with so many people. And it just sounds like this is just so ideal for you, and how amazing that it's local. It's in your borough. It's in, right? Because you're out in Long Island.
I'm out east.
You're in Long Island.
It's still like, I consider it the closest one other than the Coliseum.
You don't have to cross a bridge, do you? You don't have to cross a bridge?
No.
Perfect. No.
Just like $4.95 and it all the way there or whatever.
I mean, that couldn't be any more perfect.
Yeah, no tunnels, no nonsense, no tolls, thank God. But yeah, it's really like, I love it. I hope it lasts a long time. I hope it evolves. I hope it gets bigger. I love that we're co-ed, but our girls have pom-poms in some moments, and they're kind of playing almost like an NFL vibe where, when the players take the field, they make a tunnel, but then don't test them. They can dance and hang just like the boys can, and they go off. And we got some of our boys are amazing break dancers, gymnasts, they're like the best street dancers you can find. Yeah. One of our boys is an amazing contemporary dancer. We have dancers that are in musical theater. Like, it's just like such a beautiful, I explained it like this a while ago. If you think of like the Power Rangers or something like that, like a group of superheroes, like that's them. You got this one that's just like our quintessential like jazz dancer, and she just does the most beautiful technique you'll ever see. Then you have like a crumper. Then you have a b-boy. Then you have, and then, like I said, one of our boys is our contemporary boy. He does some tricks that I'm just like, oh my God, like how? And it's in sneakers, on cement, and on warning track. Not on, like basketball gets the nice smooth court. Yeah. They get like an ideal atmosphere, but they're outside elements doing this. They're on cement, in sneakers doing this. Like, it kind of, I got to send you guys videos because it really
I've seen videos on your Instagram.
Oh my, yeah, perfect. Just look at my Instagram. But it's just amazing what they pull out. Like, I mean, dance teachers, Alice Cones in sneakers on cement.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then going and flipping and doing all this crazy stuff. And like I said, and then they're like hams on the side. So if we do a skit, they don't care. Like, they're just like fun and funny. We do karaoke. Lazy Mary is always like, that's the seventh inning stretch that we're always out for. But they're just capable of so much. That's why I can't wait for this to evolve. And my hope for this team is that it just keeps going with the entertainment. I mean, we're the mecca of entertainment. So why not be as, oh my God, have you seen you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost as similar as Savannah Bananas. Like, they're viral constantly.
Yeah. Well, you're so smart to do this though. Now, I love that this was actually like your ideas and how you're bringing this together and how you're using because look, like if you're a Knicks City dancer, you are inside, like you said, you're on that.
Oh, they're like the Beyonce. They get like,
yeah, but like you are experienced in outdoor entertainment, outdoor weather, the elements that you have to deal
Yes.
with, the temperatures, and that's like a whole different thing. So what you can provide those dancers for experience and saying like, hey, this is what I know.
Whole nother ballgame.
So smart to do this with Savannah Bananas, this viral thing that's happening with them, and how you're really kind of finding that connection. Like, it's so smart, because I think you're right. Like, you get these old guys that are like, you know,
grumpy.
or they're like, oh, they don't need cheerleaders, but it's not cheerleading. It's like, it's actually entertainment.
It's entertainment, period.
Right.
End of story.
Right. So like and now like with dance team and everything, I think you have these different categories of what that looks like.
Yeah.
I think this vibe sounds right on track. I think
I love this because I was always very versatile. I was never one type. Like, I even used to do breakdancing. Like, I used to compete in breakdancing, yet I was in a ballet company. Like, I made no sense. I was always like, how come I don't hone in on like one thing? Maybe I'd be, I did tap, I did the boop, ba. I loved everything. And now I feel like it's like, that's why like I made sure I like tapped into every little thing. And I always thought to myself, like, you'd probably be amazing at something if you just picked one damn thing, Gina, when it comes to dance. Like, and I, even in the sports world, it was like, okay, this team is mainly jazz dancing. Okay, this team is mainly hip hop. Okay, this team is mainly like jazz and pom, maybe a little bit of hip hop, but not real hip hop, just like, pom hip hop kind of. And it was very, I guess you could say cookie cutter. Like, it was very like a mold. You're just kind of hitting that mark. And I was like, you know what? You're in charge now. Like, you kind of have the say. What's the worst that can happen? The corporate could just turn around, the front office could turn around and just be like, we don't love this, or we're not feeling this, and we're not feeling that. And I just kind of threw it all out there. Like, okay, they can do salsa. They can do this. They can do that. Like, they're funny. They can act. They can, we have one girl that even does sign language for the national anthem. Like, we got dancers that could sing. We got like, let's go. Like, let's just show off everything and we'll figure out what everybody loves and hates. But now that we did that, now it's almost like that's our trademark now. Like, we're good at hitting all these different marks, and they're culturally diverse. They're, boy and girl. You're dealing, we're so different, and we're kind of hitting every fan. That's the goal. You want like every fan to look at us and like someone to like connect with at least one dancer and, fall in love with them. So, you can have a little girl that's like, I could do a side aerial and Alice Cones. And then like, boom, she's doing it with that girl on the team or the boy on the team. I'm a gymnast, I'm a breaker. And then like these kids kind of jump in, and even like the old timers, like whether they're, maybe from the early B-boy era and they come in, or you have like the moms that love disco, or they salsa and they'll salsa with our dancers. And, it's just fun finding different ways to connect with them. But that's definitely our main trademark. Like I said earlier, is the fan engagement. Connecting with the fans, I think, is the most important. That's going to keep us around forever. Even if we're not sitting here doing like dance routines, I think it's mostly just that fan connection that the Mets love about us. And hopefully that'll keep us here for a long, 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 long time.
You're so big. So we're so happy to hear your story and to have you on. You're so amazing and so fun. You're just awesome. And I can see why you are working in big crowd, because you're such big energy and you have so much to give, and you're so generous with your energy and with your love for and passion for what you do. Like, this all makes so much sense.
Doing amazing work. This is like a dream job. I'm listening to you and I'm like, oh my God.
It really, like, I think my lucky stars every day.
Yeah. And your girls must be so proud of you.
Oh, they love it. Yeah, they're cool. I mean, they're like, can we come? And I'm like, I can't bring you underground. I can't do this. I can't do that. Yeah. It's like security's tight. And I was like, when mom's there, like, I can't, mom. I can't worry about you being hungry. I can't worry about this one's going. No, I can't.
Right.
So, but it really is such a dream job. And I even tell the dancers all the time, like, we have, so we circle up before we go out, and each dancer has like a word that we kind of say to represent ourselves. We have like everything from perseverance, power, projection, polished, versatile, this, that, dynamic. Like, we just spew out all these words as like a reminder, prepared, all these things that we have to be on that team. And, and then we do our little chant before we go out. But, every time I'm in that circle, I feel like I get like a lump in my throat when I even think about it, because like I was saying earlier, and every team I ever really, like, if you really look at my resume, all these teams don't even exist anymore now. And it's, you got to be like grateful in the moment, because it is a dream job, but that doesn't mean, like, dreams are not forever. You wake up sometimes, you know what I mean?
Right.
But the goal is that, like, this is going to continue and keep going with the organization. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Creative Mamas Unplugged is produced by Breatheasy Productions with music by Jeremy Jurin. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to give my mama 5 stars and keep coming back. Thanks to us kids, there are plenty of stories to tell. And you are not alone.
We are inspired by you. Thank you for joining our Creative Mamas community. Support Creative Mamas Unplugged on Patreon to get your name in the credits, receive extra content, and earn some fun prizes. With this, we can keep creating, uplifting, and growing this incredible community together. We love you so much. Applause.